she has gotten significantly bigger. Stephanie White has confirmed it. Stephanie White has gone out here and confirmed that CaitlinClark has been bulking up. Like, that she's bulked up as a player and that she's no longer like...
CaitlinClark's jaw-dropping training sessions have left everyone in awe, while GenoAuriemma finds himself on the defensive. Fans of Clark are demanding an apology after one of Geno's past trash-talking comments resurfaced, sparking widespread backlash. But what exactly did he say, and why is it causing such an uproar now? GenoAuriemma, the legendary UConn coach and 11-time NCAA national champion, has built a dynasty that has shaped not only dominant college teams, but also produced countless WNBA superstars. However, his once unshakable legacy is now under scrutiny. His recent remarks about WNBA sensation CaitlinClark have ignited controversy, leaving many questioning whether his reputation is at risk. So, what did Auriemma say, and how did it all begin? It traces back to Clark's first professional season.
Talk about what CaitlinClark has done all season long. She's brought eyeballs to the game.
Yes.
She's brought you to arenas to see opposing teams that you go, oh yeah, they can play too.
Yeah.
Lined up outside wherever Iowa played, which then also wherever LSU played, wherever South Carolina played. Women's basketball is at a whole nother level this year because of players like CaitlinClark.
The most expensive ticket, y'all.
100%.
A standout rookie season has brought renewed attention to past remarks made by legendary UConn basketball coach Geno Auriemma.
So Geno Auriemma talked about CaitlinClark again. This ought to be fun. Anyhow, he was again.
What exactly did Auriemma say that reignited the controversy? He didn't hold back, labeling CaitlinClark's fans as delusional, disrespectful, ignorant, and uninformed.
And I said, what? Hell no, she's not getting...
Yeah. She's finally getting the attention she deserves.
Everything Caitlin is doing on the court, she deserves all of this attention.
Yes.
She's that good.
And the flowers.
It's not like she's not good. She's tough. She is nice. Like, all the attention she deserves.
Geno Auriemma's frustration stemmed from CaitlinClark's fans believing she could be one of the WNBA's best players in her first season. Long before the Hawkeyes and Huskies clashed in the 2024 Final Four, Auriemma had high praise for Paige Bueckers, ranking her above Clark despite Clark's record-breaking success at Iowa. At the time, the legendary coach pointed to the eye test and statistical comparisons that favored Bueckers. However, after Clark shattered the league's all-time rookie scoring record, fans have been relentless in reminding Auriemma of his past comments. Her rookie season was nothing short of historic, averaging 19.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, and a league-leading 8.4 assists per game. Clark set multiple records, including the single-game assist record. As the 2024 number 1 overall pick, she exceeded expectations, raining down a record number of threes en route to winning the Rookie of the Year award. Clark's electrifying performances not only cemented her place in the league, but also helped the Indiana Fever secure a playoff berth. An incredible turnaround after finishing last in the Eastern Conference in 2023. Her chemistry with Aaliyah Boston has been a key factor in the team's resurgence, proving that Clark is more than just hype. She's a game changer.
So Geno Auriemma talked about CaitlinClark again. This ought to be fun. Anyhow, he was a guest on a podcast, Make a Difference with Phil Martelli, who obviously Phil Martelli also a coach, longtime coach in college basketball. Anyhow, if I had Geno Auriemma on, the first thing I would do is, well, maybe not the first thing, because I'd want to get the pleasantries out of the way and not just like railroad the guy. He is a legendary coach, don't get me wrong. But I would eventually play back his Dan Patrick comments for him, where he said that Clark didn't have the right skill set for the WNBA, and that her fans were delusional for thinking she would come in and have this instant impact. I'm paraphrasing, and get his revised take. And it's okay. Like, sometimes we're very wrong, but I get why that didn't happen on this latest thing, because, coaching fraternity and all that didn't want to call him out on his freezing, ice cold polar bear's toenail take. The lack of honesty in promoting and giving CaitlinClark her credit now, because even the initial question in that interview was basically like, oh, people think it's a rocket ship and really it's been an ascension. Just because you all been around doesn't mean everybody else has been around. And I credit Geno for saying that. He said they weren't.
While fans may never hear Auriemma publicly retract his comments, the flood of resurfaced videos proving him wrong is likely satisfying enough for Clark's supporters. And this is just the beginning. The 11-time national championship winning coach has built his legacy by speaking his mind, whether to his players, coaching staff, or the media. Auriemma has never shied away from expressing his opinions, but they don't always sit well with the women's basketball fan base. That hasn't stopped him from sharing his thoughts on Clark yet again. The UConn Huskies coach is stirring up controversy once more with his recent remarks about Clark's on-court conduct. He suggests that WNBA players have been rough with her due to her trash talk, emphasizing that while Clark is an exceptional player, she's no saint on the court. According to Auriemma, part of what makes Clark who she is comes from the way she interacts with others. But he also notes that she's known for talking a lot during games.
If you're a WNBA player, and believe me, I've coached the best, and I've pissed them off a lot, and they let me know about it. But they were tremendously disrespected. And none of them are going to say it. But human nature is, okay, this kid's coming into the league. And Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening. And they all jumped over her, but they didn't read the whole thing that she said. But nobody's printing. Diana Taurasi was right. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle. There were actually odds on she's third or fourth in betting odds on being MVP at the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name. Okay, so the kid was set up for failure right from the beginning.
But he couldn't have been more wrong with the various comments he made about Indiana Fever rookie CaitlinClark.
CaitlinClark did the "you can't see me" gesture. It was against Louisville.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was directed towards you. Walk me through it from your vantage point.
Right after the game, I texted her and I was like, the media is dumb. I'm sorry. They just make stuff up. And then they just put it all over the internet and everyone thinks it's true. We were laughing about it because she did it to her strength coach. She didn't do it to anyone on our team, especially me. I didn't even see it in the game. I was probably, dribbling the ball up the court after she just hit a three in our face. It's just funny how camera angles and perceptions are skewed.
I love, she said, media's wrong. You guys are dumb.
It was hilarious. We laughed about it after. So my perception, I don't even have one because I didn't even know it happened until I saw it.
Auriemma criticized Clark for not being physically ready to compete at the highest level, claiming that she's just not built for the physicality of the league and not quick enough to escape it.
I got a few things on my mind, actually. I didn't mention it in my cold open, but I'm going to mention it now, and that's CaitlinClark herself of the WNBA. Let's get to the WNBA and this sensational rookie from the Indiana Fever who continues to be box office. Clark and the Fever currently lead the WNBA in average game attendance and per game TV viewership. But despite the attendance and viewership records, there seems to be some haterade in the league.
The longtime coach continued his evaluation of Clark, acknowledging her talent, but emphasizing that she needs more experience. He pointed out that the WNBA plays a different style than college basketball, with a significantly higher level of physicality.
Physicality of that league, and she's a rookie. And if you're a WNBA player, if you're any kind of player, you're going to say, I'm going to make a statement. Targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. There's a huge target on this kid's back. I thought Cameron Brink said something really smart. She said, no, they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10.
The longtime coach continued his evaluation of Clark, acknowledging her talent, but emphasizing that she needs more experience. He pointed out that the WNBA plays a different style than college basketball, with a significantly higher level of physicality.
Well, thank you so much. And there is a lot of excitement surrounding tonight's Indiana Fever game.
And that's because for the first time since 2016, the Fever officially are playoffs bound. And the team's longtime fans, as well as those who just discovered this team this year and all their success, are ready to go cheer them on.
Proud of Caitlin and the whole team, really. I mean, we just love watching.
It's just awesome to watch them, and I'm super excited to see how far they go.
The Indiana Fever are sweating out the WNBA postseason drought and bringing in another W tonight. For the first time in 7 years, they will head to the playoff. Now, there are only a few games left in the regular season before the playoffs start later.